What's up, guys? I wanted to go over one of my builds real quick. This is my SBR lower. I've been running this one for many years. Normally, I have this Shorty 300 blackout upper on it. It's got an aim point on a LaRue mount, and it's 10.5 inch. Same muzzle device, although this one is the 1 port, and the one on this gun is the 3. It's to receive my Omega 36M can, which, as you can see, I'm running like a K can, in the short configuration on the 5.56 gun. This is a 12.5 Noveske barrel, mid-length gas port, and I'm running an H3 buffer in this thing. It's pretty heavy in the back. That being said, I get that perfect 3 o'clock ejection out of it, so I don't have a way to tune the gas on this gun. I didn't want to put too many parts that could fail on this thing. It's pretty much as simple as it gets. I went with the Holosun. You guys can make fun of me if you want, but I love these things. I've got them on a lot of my guns. I hate the mount, however. So I went with the Scalarworks mount. I don't know if you can see that with the black shirt in the background. It's got the Arisaka 300 on the Arisaka mount with the Surefire cap and button and a Malkoff head. Plenty bright for what I need this for. This is kind of my home defense, although, again, I say normally in home defense setup, it's got that 300 blackout on it. But this might be good to just grab and go. I mean, I have a general purpose rifle that has an LPVO on it, and I kind of consider that one to be my grab and go piece. But it's much heavier than this. This isn't exactly light. I have a lightweight build that I absolutely love, that I built it for the wife to shoot and just kind of run around and have fun at the range with. It's super lightweight, super simple build. There's no gadgets on it. It's just got it also has a Holosun dot on it. It doesn't even have backup irons, but it's a solid rifle. So I'll do a review on that. Let me get back on topic here. I had a hard time picking a handguard for this rifle. I ended up going with I can't even read that now. RHF-C. It's a forward controls group handguard, and it uses a standard barrel nut, which I like. I like the way it sits. It's top piece comes on, bottom piece comes on, then it bolts through. It's got a couple bolts on the front. Thing is solid on here, solid. Big fan. It's the first time I ever used one of their products, and I'm a big fan. I got it in 2 days. They're out of Texas. And I'm down here in South Florida, and this came in mighty quick. I got the Magpul backup iron sights, Gen 3s. I mean, whatever. I like having them on there. I wish this mount was just, if I had this optic just a little higher, I could actually pop them and use them. But it would be much higher, really. So realistically, it's fine. Again, this is a QD mount. So if this optic were to ever fail and I was in that kind of scenario where I need this thing to run, I can easily pop the optic off and run the irons. Lights plenty bright for what I need it to do. It's got a ton of candela. It reaches out there. It's kind of a spotlight. Magpul furniture in the rear. We got the grip. I like having the storage for backup batteries. I mean, I feel like that's just kind of a must. If you run electronics and you need batteries, it's nice to have them on the firearm. The Magpul stock, which I'm sure you can see, although I got this cheap sling in the way. I've been trying out different slings. I have a Magpul sling on my main gun. This is a very cheap sling I got off of Amazon. It's designed by Americans, a veteran apparently, but produced in China, like many of our products are. So far, it hasn't let me down. I mean, it's not the most comfortable, and apparently there's 2 versions. They don't talk about it. You'll see the different one on the on that lightweight rifle I was telling you that I'll do a video on. But It's padded, not much, but it's padded. It's better than nothing, right? And I like tightening it up or loosening it up is pulling back on this, right? That's cool. That's fine and dandy. Then you got this whole chunk here, and this is what you pull to tighten it up. And I hate this. I hate this. I can't stand it. The other version I bought from them, again, I couldn't find a difference. One of them came with QDs and hooks and all kinds of stuff. It was a little more expensive, like $30. So I thought, well, this one's $16.99 because it doesn't come with all the little doodads, but I have these kind of just sitting around in my parts bin. So I was like, well, I don't need that, you know? So I'll get the cheaper one. Well, the cheaper one has this crap going on. The other one is not like that. It just has the one pull cord that you can loosen and tighten from. So maybe I'm using it wrong. If I'm using it wrong, you guys let me know. So to match up with this Noveske 12.5 barrel, I got the stainless one, by the way, stainless steel instead of going with the cold hammer forge chrome lined. Because I plan on running this suppressed at all times, is the only reason that I went with the stainless steel over the chrome lined barrel. I understand the chrome line is supposed to have much more longevity. I got a Faxon tin coated barrel. I've run a lot of Faxon BCGs. I've never had an issue. This one has the 45-degree bevels. So just kind of a little more insurance that it's going to go into battery when I need it to, when the gun is dirty, when, you know, it's carbon fouling and whatnot is happening. It just has a little bit of a better chance of getting in there, you know. It's got the Raptor charging handle. I got the FDE one because I just felt like building an FDE gun, even though my AR-10 is completely FDE. I don't know. What can I tell you? I love it. FDE. I even cerakoted my buffer tube. I did it myself. I used to have a cerakote shop, so it's not like this is not usually what they turn out like when it's your first time. Well, it can be. I'm not saying that it doesn't, that you can't do a good job on your first attempt. You absolutely can. It's really not complicated, especially with this one. I, for the first time ever, used the C series because I always used H series. We had the oven, so we can, you know, bake the finish on. This one is the air cure cerakote. And so it was my first time using that. Much easier. There's no mixing, you know, you don't have to put, I don't remember, it's been many years, you know, mixing the hardener and the paint and stirring it up and whatnot. You don't have to deal with any of that with the C series. Just kind of spray it on. I let it sit for 5 days, and then I assembled the gun. So all my little 3D printed doodads here, you know, my rail guards. I took a ladder. I call them a ladder. I imagine they're called ladders because they look like ladders for the top, just to not get any cuts. And I have only put about 2, maybe 3 magazines through this rifle, but it is running flawlessly so far. I really don't foresee any problems with this thing, but I am going to shoot a course here in the next few weeks and really get some time behind the trigger on this guy. So, I'm sorry, I forgot to mention the trigger is the Elftmann Tactical. I can't remember precisely which one. It is kind of old. I'm sure it's a little dated by now. That being said, it's still smooth as hell. It's a very comfortable trigger, very fast, very light, crisp break. Show you guys here that, I don't know if I can show you guys, but this rifle is empty. So I don't know if you can hear this. I got to hold it close to the mic, which is on my shirt. I mean, you probably can't tell, but reset is right there. I mean, that's a fast trigger, guys. That's a fast trigger. Safety on. Close that. Insert my empty magazine back in there. Anyway, thank you guys. If you have any questions, comments, or whatnot, let me know. And stick around. I'll show you my general purpose rifle, which is a total budget build, and the thing is a tack driver. Absolute tack driver. What a build, what a deal on that rifle. I'll post that one next. And then maybe if I get some views on that, I'll do the lightweight build that's also just a dream to shoot. Thanks for watching, guys.